Good evening. I'm Timothy Feely. I'm going to tell you a little bit of my first leadership experience. It's actually happened rather recently. It happened back in March 2021. We were in the ET shop out here in Bahrain. It actually happened only about 17 minutes after my promotion to the E5. So already buzzing from the day. Here comes the next pass. My divisional officer pulled me aside and he says, Fahili, you're the senior technician and you just got promoted to second class, so we need you to step up a little bit. So I'm going to put you in charge of this new project revolving around UHF communications. We're trying to get them up to snuff. And immediately I'm just taken aback. I'm shocked about the whole thing. And because there was no warning. I was just kind of there for the day. I was tired. I stayed up the night watching Bruins hockey, so I was not there. And I hadn't led anyone since Boy Scouts, and nothing to the magnitude of taking care of multi-million-dollar radios. So I was like I said, taken aback. So I stepped outside for a minute, had to compose myself, and then started the hitting the bricks, trying to figure things out. So I pulled three of the other technicians that we have that are now beneath me in the chain, and started brainstorming how we would go further. So I started trying to delegate tasking. So I said to the two technicians, take the new guy who had just arrived, fresh out of the schoolhouse, that take him with you so we can get experience in troubleshooting, look at the tech manual, figure all that, try to break the hump that we're stuck at, so we can get these fixed. While I was back in the office compiling all the data on the working stuff, because we had to do a presentation that our divisional officer was presenting to the captain. So I ended up finishing all that on my end. I went to go check on them, see how things were going. They hit a little bit of a roadblock, and I was like, well, guys, think about it a little bit. Be creative. Think outside the box kind of thing, because you never know. It might be something super obvious, and you might have overlooked it trying to think it's some super complex problem. But about 10, 15 minutes later, the new kid, just like that, he goes, I got it. Try this next. And sure enough, that was the problem on several of our radios. We ended up figuring out the problem and nailing it, getting the new parts, which we happen to have, repaired everything up. I was like, great, this is great news. Reported that to our divisional officer. So now the last part of the task, which at this point in time is about 6, 7 hours later, we are back in the ET shop, and I asked the technician, who I know from the civilian world was really good. He had great proficiency with Microsoft Office. Said, I need your help making the PowerPoint. And that was his bread and butter. He loved doing it. And we all inputted stuff that happened, got everything up to the standards that we were looking for, and sent it up to the divisional officer, and he was super impressed about all our work. And at that moment in time, the presentation went on to the captain, and the divisional officer pulled me aside, and he goes, who was the one who found the problem? So I made sure to give the name of the new guy, get him the recognition he deserves, and sure enough, the captain wrote him a letter of commendation for his hard work and getting the mission ready. So it was a good feeling watching that as someone who was trying to get him into a successful path. Now he's got a feeling like, okay, they appreciate my hard work, and he's been excelling ever since. He's fully qualified in the work center. He's always eager to work. He never complains, and honestly, I think getting that letter from the captain within his first month was enough to keep him going. So I like to think I'm a part of that. Hopefully, I am. If not, then completely understandable. But yeah, that's a little bit of my first story with being a leader, and I hope you guys appreciate it. I am attaching somewhat of a script because I'm not the best at these things, but let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next week. Thanks very much.